Okay, up next is the Tibialis anterior. So, programming calls for, first round, I'm going to assist the client on this, and it's 4 pivots, 2 foot circles in each direction, 4 times through that, 4 cycles through. So I'll help out on cycle 1 on top of the block, and then for cycles 2 through 4, I'm going to have the client draw their leg in themselves so they can actually get the proper amount of tension they get from the block using their own body's tension against that. So, positioning on the tibialis anterior, I'm basically going to go just outside the bone, because we don't want to apply pressure directly on the bone. We want it more on the muscle itself right there. Place the ball, the TP massage ball right on the muscle right there. Heel of the palm is going to go into it right there, and I'm going to apply pressure with a relatively straight arm so that I can get a decent amount of pressure on there. So what we're going to do is take a deep breath, release, good, just drawing oxygen to the area, and then we'll start with the pivots. Deep breath, release, pivot, muscle and ball. Deep breath, release and pivot, 2, deep breath, release, pivot for 3, deep breath, release, pivot for 4, good. And the programming calls for 2 foot circles in each direction. Deep breath, release, 2 foot circles, excellent, right? Deep breath, release, 2 foot circles to the left, good. So now, what I'm going to have Clay do is reposition his body for the camera, and we're going to switch over. So Clay, go ahead and switch around. Excellent, okay? So now, he's going to draw his left knee into his chest right there. He's got the heel of the palm there, elbows are nice and high. He's going to take a deep breath, release and pivot. Good. For 1, deep breath, release, pivot, 2, excellent. Each time, making sure it resets the elbows nice and high, keeps the diaphragm open. Deep breath, release, pivot for 4. Good. And go to the foot circles, keeping pressure in that muscle. Breathe out, 2 foot circles right. Deep breath, release, 2 foot circles left. So that's 2 out of 4 cycles. Getting back into the pivots. Deep breath, release and pivot. Good. Deep breath, release and pivot. 2. Deep breath, release, 3rd pivot, 1 more. Good. And then the foot circles. And the other direction. Good job. Here we go with the last cycle. Deep breath, release and pivot. Deep breath, release and pivot. There's 3 and 4. Good. And finally the foot circles. Good job. And the other direction. Great. Go ahead and set that ball down. Get up and walk around for me if you would. Okay, get this out of the way. Now, the reveals for the tibialis anterior is we're going to do a single leg jump and land, and we're also going to revisit the single leg bounce that we've seen before in other progressions in the cat. So Clay, what I want you to do is do a 2 to 1, jumping up with both feet, landing on your left. We'll do that 3 times on the left, and then we'll check it again on the right. So jump up with both feet, land on the left. Good. Again. Vigorous jump. Good job. 1 more. All right. Now let's go to the right. That wasn't right then. Okay, just do 1 more. Right. Okay. All right. So big difference right there. So what we can see is excellent weight distribution throughout the entire body, musculoskeletal system. Landing on the left side that we just released, and on the right side, a little bit chunky, we'll say. Landing pretty hard on the ground. And then we can go back and revisit the single leg bounce. So again, bouncing up and down on that left foot. So bring your right knee up to waist height. Bend those elbows for me. Jump up and down. Good. That can be sound. Okay, now on the right. You can see his movement pattern is kind of all over the place, sort of showing we have a little bit less control, less communication between the brain and the muscles. And then again, that heel is hitting the deck a little bit